Guru Vaheguru 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 Guru Vaheguru 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 Guru Vaheguru 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾ ਸੇਵਿਓ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾ ਕੀਤੋ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਅੰਤਰ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਆਇਓ, ਮ੍ਰਿਤਕ ਹੈ ਸੰਸਾਰ। Again and again in Gurbani, Maharaj is giving a stress on one thing, that we have to do the seva of Satguru. The biggest confusion in the Sikh Jagat, in the Sikh world, is they think Satguru is with form, is some human being. We forget again and again that Satguru in Gurbani is addressed to the Jyot which is inside us, which is inside everybody, no matter who the person is, which caste they belong to, which religion they belong to, which geographical location they belong to. Satguru Ji is in everybody. He is sitting inside us in the form of Jyot, in the form of light. अवल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक नूर ते सब जग उपजै, कौन भले को मंदे। सतगुर जिनी ना सेवियो, शब्द ना कीतो विचार। So Maharaj is saying we have to contemplate on the Shabad. We have to do the seva of Satguru Ji. Har ki tehel kamavani japiye prabh ka naam. The seva, the tale of Satguru Ji is through doing the Sasgira Simran. When we remember Vaheguru Sache Pasha with ik man ik chit, ikagar cheet, savdan ikagar cheet. when our mind is not wandering, ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਇੱਧਰ ਉੱਧਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਜਪਣਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਇੱਕ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਖੜ ਜਾਵੇ। ਕਿੱਥੇ ਖੜ ਜਾਵੇ? Wherever the mind will stop, wherever the mind will become steady, that is the place where the seva of the Satguru starts. Simran is making sure our mind is away from these thoughts. We talked yesterday also, vichar mare tare tare ult juna na hoye. Till the time we don't kill our thoughts. And which thoughts? Now people will say, what about, should I become a zombie? No, Maharaj is talking about the automatic thoughts, the thoughts where we don't have the control, the thoughts which are coming from left and right. Especially example is in Rajogun, we get stressed out of the work, of the for the students in the class, in the assignments. What happens then when they're stressed out? There's so many thoughts, and they're not able to control all these thoughts. We all go through these things, right? So Maharaj says, for controlling those thoughts, we have to kill them. How? Through Sahasgra Simran. Wah Guru, and listen to your own voice. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye pav. If we learn how to do Sahasgra Simran properly, just like Guru Ramdas Sache Pacha is saying, Jo saas gras tyai mera har har, so gur se guru man paave. A lot of Gurmukhs have experienced this when they come to Sachi Sangat. When they come to Sangat and do the Sasgra Simran, then they can control their mind far more better as compared to when they're doing it all alone. Because Sangat has all the power. Sangat is the one which can help us connecting with one Satguru who is sitting inside us. That is the seva which we have to do. That is the vichar we have to do. Two vichar. So that nobody get confused. Shabad na kito vichar. One vichar is taking the wisdom of Gurbani Guru, Tan Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Second vichar is contemplating on the Shabad which is pragat inside you. When your mind becomes steady, when your mind becomes stable, you will hear the Shabad. The Shabad, that word, that sound comes in different forms inside you. One is a sound in the form of a sound, a cosmic sound. The second form is the Prakash, as in the Jyot. We also have to listen to that sound also. For the Gurmukh Pyare who are doing the Abhyas from the long time, sometimes they forget the power of the Anhat Shabad, the power of the Naad, power of Sehjtan. You have to do the seva of that Shabad by listening to that Shabad. Just like we do listen to the Shabad Kirtan outside, there is a Shabad which is inside you also. And you have to listen to that Shabad, but only when your mind is in Sehj. If your mind has too many thoughts, you should not start listening to that Shabad inside. And actually, you will not be able to listen it. Your mind will be wandering. मन इधर उधर जाएगा तो ये सुन भी नहीं पाओगे। अंदर वाले शब्द ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਹਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ। We have to go in ਸਹਿਜ, in peace. Our mind has to be in peace. ਅੰਤਰ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਾ ਆਇਓ ਮ੍ਰਿਤਕ ਹੈ ਸੰਸਾਰ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ the person who has not taken the wisdom of Satguru Ji, Gurbani Guru, the one who has not taken the wisdom of the Shabad inside, the Anhat Shabad, who has not heard the Shabad or who is not listening to the Shabad, Maharaj says he's like a dead body for this world. He's like a zombie, right? There's no value in the spiritual world. Maybe you are very rich. Maybe you have all the fame of this world. Maybe you are on big titles and all. But in the spiritual world, in the eyes of Vaheguru Ji, you are a dead person, right? So we need to understand why we came here. What is the purpose of our life? We read it every day, and that's why Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gave us this nitnem, the Ras Sahib, and we read this Shabad before Chaupai Sahib. Pai Prapat Manuk Dehuriya Gobind Milan ki e teri bariya अवर काज तेरे किते ना काम मिल साध संगत आज केवलम साध संगत. Come in the sangat, in the congregation, true congregation. Mil साध संगत paj keval naam. Till the time we will not do the bhajan bandgi, will not sing the praises of Vaheguru, we are like dead person, a dead body. Although we are very happy, we are enjoying this world, probably, right? But this happiness, the short happiness, will live here itself. It will not go with us. The only happiness, the only peace which will go with us will be the Naam, the Shabad. Naam is also called Shabad. Shabad is also called Naam. Starts with Gur Shabad. Remember, there is nobody, even if you have achieved everything in this world, you are a very rich person, you are a very good sportsman, whatever you have achieved, these all are temporary happiness. Your happiness, which you will get from all these things, is temporary. I'm not saying don't get it, achieve it, but be with Vaheguru all the time. Give the credit to Vaheguru. Because Vaheguruji is the one who has given us this physical body. Vaheguruji is the one who has given us this breath. Can we breathe on our own? No. It's involuntary. It's not a voluntary breathing. That's why we have to connect with the one who is giving us this breath. We have to connect with the one who is actually giving us the food and shelter and everything. Maharaj is giving us asan loe loe pandar jo kich paya so ekavar kar kar vekhe sirjanhar. He has already given all these things to us. We just have to pick it up. Tin kavan khilave, kavan chugave, man mein simran kare. The birds also. Everything in this world, whatever is happening, birds will fly away, right? Leaving their small, or the eggs in the nest. And who knows, the babies, the chicks will come out of those eggs. Who will give them the food? Maharaj says, Vaheguru Ji will give them the food through the word, through the Simran. When you remember somebody, what happens? When you remember somebody, your vibes goes to that person. Sometimes you get this intuition. Or maybe somebody is remembering, especially your parents. When your mom, I remember, now my mom and dad are lives with me. But I remember whenever I used to get sick here in America and my mom was in Amritsar, and she will call me. She will say, how are you? I'll say, how do you know that I was sick? Because that simran, that connection is there. And we all experience these things. Similarly, when we remember Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji is our Mata, Vaheguru Ji is our Pita, and he is not anywhere. My mom was still far away. Your Vaheguru Ji, our Vaheguru Ji, our Satguru Ji, our God, our light is within us. Atam Ram is within us. Atam Deo is within us. Sade vich hi hai. But we are looking outside. We are searching outside. Antar Gyan na ayo. That's why Maharaj is saying Antar Gyan na ayo. We have not found the wisdom that Vaheguru Ji is inside us. Mritak hai sansar. Till the time we will not understand, we will not experience Satguru Ji inside. We are like a dead body. And what will happen when the time will come, when time in this world will come, or when the time will end? ਲੱਖ 84 ਫੇਰ ਪਿਆ ਮਰ ਜੰਮੈ ਹੋਏ ਖੁਆਰ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਖੁਆਰੀ, life is ruined. You'll come back, live, all that cycle of life and death will continue. And you will be in 84 lakh June, 8.4 million species. Again and again, the cycle of life and death will continue. We might become an insect, we might become something. But if we will do the seva of Satguru Ji, it will make our mind in peace. It will make our mind thoughtless. If we will make our mind powerful. Mind is powerful, but we have not understood the power of mind. If we will make our mind steady, if our mind will be in our control, man jeeta, jag jeet, ai panthi, sagal jamati, man jeete, jag jeet. If we'll do that with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, again, we cannot do anything on our own. That will be a home saying, I can do it. We can only do it if the karam is there, Kirpa is there, the grace is there. That's why we have to do Ardas. So there are three important components of Bhakti. One is definitely the most important is Naam. The second is the Gurbani, the wisdom of Gurbani. And third is Ardas. We have to do Ardas Benti also. Because what happens is, because we are all humans, humans are subjective to do mistakes. Pulan andar sabko, apol guru kartar. Right? When we do mistakes, our mind becomes slave of 5 thieves. What are these 5 thieves? Lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego. They keep on changing their forms. Sometimes they will be in Tamogun, sometimes they will be in Rajogun, sometimes they will become within Tamogun, they will become Nindya Chugli, gossiping and slandering. Sometimes they will become lies, choot. We keep on doing all these mistakes. To control this, we need Gyan of Gurbani Guru. We need a Simran, Gur Shabad's Jap, and then we need an Ardas. Because sometimes these thoughts are too many in our mind. We can't control on our own. Sometimes we can't even sit to do the Simran. Sometimes we can't even read the Gurbani. Then what we do? Ardas Benti. Kam krodh ar lobh moh binas jaya hamev nanak prabh sharnagati kar prasad Gurudev. We have to ask, we have to beg. Hum kukar tere darbar. We have to become like a dog. Bark, bark, bark. And it is not just one time. Some people will say, oh, I have been doing Ardas, but it doesn't help. So now what you do? I've stopped doing Ardas. Don't stop. Hang in there. Keep on doing Ardas Benti. Keep on coming to the Sangat. Keep on doing the Simran. Don't give up. The biggest test is to sustain what you're doing currently. Whatever you're doing. If you are doing a couple of hours of Simran, if you're reading the Gurbani, if you're doing the Kirtan, if you're doing the Ardas, continuing with the same routine is the biggest challenge. Because in this world, there are so many attractions. There is a lust, so much lust. Lust is not just a sexual desire. Lust can be of anything. Lust can be of the food. Lust can be of buying the cars. Lust can be of anything. Collecting more money. It's all lust. World is full of desires. Trishna. In Punjabi, desires are called Trishna. Trishna bhuja har ke naam. Only Simran coming in the Sachi Sangat. Sant jana mil har jas gayo. Kot janam ke dukh guayo. And we are not collecting these bad thoughts only in this birth. We are collecting from different jugs, ages. Maharaj says, how can we control it? Satgur ki seva so kare, jisnu aap karaye soe. But if we will not do Ardas, how will he help us? How will he do the grace? You know, when we are hungry, we have to tell our mom and dad. I remember when I was little, in the middle of the night, I was used to get hungry. And I used to tell my mom, Mom, make me something. I'm hungry. And my mom used to make me some food in the middle of the night. Chidkami pendiyan si, but sometimes I used to get the food also in the middle because just like your mom, your the Vaiguruji inside will listen to you. सतगुरु की सेवा सो करे जिसनु आप कराए सोए फिर अपने मुंह च बुरकियां पांदा अपने कोल बिठा के then you will do the seva then you will do the seva of Satguru ji. He because he now wants, yes, my put, my son as in mind, my son wants to do the seva, wants to do the good thing, he wants to meet me, he will give us a way. And what is that way? I Panthi Sagal Jamati. Come together in the Sangat. Sangat is the biggest savior. Sometimes when we are going through a bad patch, we say, let's not do the Sangat today. Maybe tomorrow. Don't do that. When you are going through a bad patch, come to the Sangat. ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਸਗੋਂ ਆਓ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਗੋਂ ਜਾਓ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ listen to the kirtan and Maharaj will give such a beautiful lecture, such a beautiful teaching that it will change our life. I remember there's one Gurmukh, he was impressed with Christianity and he wanted to join the church and all. And he met me. He said he has never got anything from, Sikhism. I said, did you read the Gurbani? He said, no, I tried, but I don't understand. I said, okay, why don't you do this thing? Tomorrow you are going to get baptized in Christianity way, right? Why don't you come tonight? There is a Grants by Kirtan. There's a very good Kirtan out there. Please come just for once. And he said, yes, I can do that. But then he saw the dress. He said, it is at somebody's house. I said, don't worry about it. It's open for everybody. Anybody can come. So come in. And he decided to come. And as soon as he came, Guru Pyareo, please apna phone jada mute te kar diyo ji. All right. So as soon as he came in with Vaiguruji's Kirpa, the Kirtani Singh was doing a seva and he was reading a Shabad. Hum rulte firte koi baat na puchta. Gur Satgur Sang kire hum thape. When he saw the meanings on the projector, that I was wandering here and there and nobody was taking care of me, the tears started coming from his eyes. It changed his life. He called me the next day and he said he has stopped drinking the alcohol. He changed his decision. He want to give his best and try to be a Byasi. And now he's doing Simran. This is like probably 10, 11 years back. So there are many Gurmukhs. The problem is in this world, we are not trying to understand the Gurbani. We are not coming to the Sangat. We are so fortunate right now. Fortunate. What does fortunate means in Sikhi? Kirpa, grace. That grace has happened. If we are coming to the Sangat, अगर आप संगत आ रहे हैं मतलब कृपा हो गई. मतलब Maharaj wants us to do his seva. सतगुर की सेवा सो करे जिसनु आप कराए सोए. सतगुर विच नाम निदान है. All the treasure is in the naam, with the Satguru. That means that naam nidan is inside you. Nonid Amrit Prabh ka naam. Dehi mein iska bishram. That non-nidya, all those treasures are within you. We just have to explore it. Problem is we are bar mukhi. Asi bar mukhi hai. Bar labde hain sara kuch. We want everything from outside. But all that gold and jewel and diamonds and silver is inside us. All those treasures are inside us. In the naam. Naam is the true treasure. This naam, the sound of Vaheguru, the voice of Vaheguru, the peace of your mind is inside you. It's not outside. सतगुर विच नाम निदान है, कर्म प्राप्त होए, but only those who will have a kirpa. Karma has a theory here. Kirpa, with the grace of Satguru ji, then we can get it. Prapat hoye. Sach rate gur shabad syo. We have to do gur shabad jap. What is gur shabad jap? Vaheguru Guru Mantra. Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru, Vah, tummy in, Guru tummy out, and listening to your own voice all the time. Sach rate, rate jana. You have to get imbued in Naam. Range jana. Sach rate, gur shabad syo. Tin sachi sada live hoye. And then, if you will do the Simran day and night, what will happen? You will start getting into love with Vaheguru. प्यार हो जाएगा अंदर सतगुरु जी. It's difficult at the start, right? It is difficult. आखन औखा सच है ना. और Maharaj says, then you will have start having a hunger of Satguru ji. Sang, you will have a hunger of Gurbani of Satguru ji, naam of Satguru ji. Nanak jisnu mele na bichude. In the end, if with Vaheguru ji's kirpa, you will merge in the naam, you will merge with Vaheguru ji. Nobody can separate you. You know, some people say that, oh, they were separated, they were merged, but then they got separated. Can they mile si aisi Vaheguru ji nu? Milna is not seeing, it's not just doing darshan. Darshan can be given to anybody. It is also very high avastha. You have to be really fortunate. You have to, lot of blessings are needed to do the grace, to see Vaheguru ji, to darshan. But darshan is not merging. It's not milna. Milna is when you become one with Vaheguru ji. Nanak jisnu mele na bichde. If you are merged, you cannot be separated. Sahaj samavesh hoye. Maharaj has given us the indication also. Here he has given the technique also. How can we somehow? When our mind is in Sahaj. Not only for Amrit Vela, not only for the time of the Sangat, all the time. Not this is for us to self-introspect. Are we in Sahaj all the time? Is our mind in peace all the time? Or are we in stress? Are we in anxiety? Are we in depression? ਇਹ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ ਨਾ. ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੇ, ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਖਤਮ, ਚਿੰਤਾ ਫਿਕਰ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ, ਤਾਂ ਸਮਾ ਸਕਦੇ. ਐਂਡ ਹਾਊ ਇਟ ਕੈਨ ਬੀ ਡਨ? ਥਰੂ ਨਾਮ. ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੂਝੈ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ. ਦੈਟਸ ਦ ਓਨਲੀ ਵੇ. ਮਹੱਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ. ਸੋ ਭਗਉਤੀ ਜੋ ਭਗਵੰਤੇ ਜਾਣੇ. Bhagavati is called the Bhagats. Bhagats who do Bhakti of Vaheguru Ji is called Bhagavati. High level. Don't go into all these definitions from, the Hinduism. For Sikhism, in Sikhism, Bhagavati is the one who do Bhakti of Vaheguru. So Bhagavati, jo Bhagwante jane. Bhagwante meaning Vaheguru. He is the only one who can be called a Bhagat or a Bhagavati who knows Vaheguru Ji inside you, inside us. If I will know that Vaheguru Ji is inside me, and if I've seen Vaheguru Ji, although I have not merged into Vaheguru Ji, right? If you are hearing to his voice, the Anhat Shabad, then you can be called out as Bhagavati. Otherwise not. Gur Prasadi aap pachane. Gur Prasadi aap pachane. We have to recognize ourselves. Who are we? Are we this physical body? Are we this mind? Are we this God inside the Atma? Who are we? What is our identity? And Guru Sahib tells us the answer. Mantu Jyot Swaroop hai apna mool pachan. Our real identity is just like Vaheguru. We are just like Vaheguru. He made us like him. हर जन ऐसा चाहिए जैसा हर ही हुए. But we have to recognize that we are the Jyot of Vaheguru through Gur Prasad. With the Kirpa. Everything is Gur Prasad. Kirpa, Kirpa, Kirpa. Tavat rakhe ikat kar aane. He controls all his senses, not through yoga. through the bhakti, through bhajan bandgi, through praises. He controlled all the नौ दरवाजे, नौ दर थाके तावत रहाए, दसवां निज कर वसा पाए. These 9 doors, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 down below for the garbage. These are the 9 openings, and we experience this world through 9 openings. Now, what does that mean? That means we will stop putting our love to this world, will meet Vaheguru, because there's only way. There are only 2 ways: live and tat. One goes to Maya, one goes to Vaheguru. We control one thing, we stop one thing, and we can only control with his kripa. We cannot do on our own. Through the bhakti. Tavat rakhe ikat kar aane. And he comes back to his own house. This body is not our real house. We are temporary here. Just like we are foreigners. Mere man pardesi ve pyare aao kare. Our real house is above these 9 doors, above these eyebrows. And when our mind will go in peace, through the surt, through our shabad, our surt as in our mind will connect with the shabad inside, Satguruji's sound, and it will take us to the 10th door. But first thing is Saas Gira Simran, coming to the Sachi Sangat, killing the thoughts. Jeevat mare har naam khane. We have to kill our ego. Jindya ji marna shabad de through. Jeevat mare har naam vakhane. All the time chanting Vaheguru. Vah Guru, Vah Guru, Vah Guru. Aisa Pagoti Uttam hoye. Kende that is the Pagoti. That is the person who can be called a Pagoti. Not with our own will and all. Nanak Sach Samavesh hoye. And at the end, that Pagoti will samav. This Shabad is little bit longer. We'll continue tomorrow with the next Mahalla. Right now, Aoji, do Saas Gira Simran. Let's do Ardas. Vintud Horje Magana, Sir Dukha ke Dukh, De Naam Santokhiya, Utre Man ki Pukh. Let's do Ardas Benti first. Visar Nahi Datar, Apna Naam Deho, Gun Gawa, Din Raat, Nanak Chave ho. That passion we should have. That passion to connect with Vaheguru. That that pukh should be there, that hunger should be there, right? And that hunger will come when we will come in Sangat and do Saas Gira Simran. Now, ji, shuru kariye. Wa kehna, we have to say Wa, tummy in, Guru, tummy out, and listen to our own voice. Little bit tummy in, tummy out, okay? Wa, Guru, 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 Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ Antargat, mind should chant, mind should listen. Focus on your tongue. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਪਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ। ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇਕੇ ਉਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ। We'll meet again tomorrow 5 p.m.